All right, guys. Tonight we have a pretty special announcement. The three amigos have gotten together, and we'll lead off with our big announcement. Corey, it goes straight to you. What's the big announcement for tonight?
So last week on Monday night, I got announced as the Republican candidate for State Rep District 26 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I
Golf clap.
am,
Roll Tide, or what do you guys
yeah,
say over there?
yeah. So I'm running and collecting um, signatures and all that kind of stuff for candidacy, and then I'm going to be going to the primary and then general election. I'm looking forward to being the next state rep for District 26. Go
Yeah, rock and
Republican!
roll.
Yeah, yeah. We've been talking
So
about all this kind of stuff that's been happening in New Mexico, right, Cody?
yeah,
So many things.
what got me and Corey started really watching me especially, because it was near and dear to my heart. They were trying to pass basically a statewide gun ban on pretty much all firearms. We talked about it last week with, Paul,
Yep,
and,
the SB 17.
what really got us going is I started watching this pretty intently, and some of the people that are representing us, the amount of stuff that was coming out of their mouth was just mind-numbing, the reasons they were coming up with to get rid of our gun rights. They also they proposed, like, 5 bills to remove a lot of, the gun crime. I mean, not gun crime, the crime that we have in New Mexico, and you read these bills, and they would legitimately, like getting rid of cashless or making the cashless bail harder to attain for like felonies. If you commit a felony, you can't get cashless bail. Simple things like that. Reformed a lot of if you're like a 20-time, c- you know, you've been charged like 20, 30 times with all these felonies and misdemeanors and stuff. You don't get a second chance. Things, and so it kinda got us lit up, and we started looking into it, and then Corey, he's a lot, well, he's more mature than I am. So,
Yeah.
and,
Well,
yeah.
the edges on my thinking and that kind of stuff has been rounded a little bit. So I try to think before I speak, which is a good thing to do. I'm not sure if it's positive or negative, but a lot of times it does work out in my behalf. And then Cody was telling me about this one representative that just pushed him to no end, and happens to be the one for District 26. And we
Yeah.
found that out. So it's like, okay, well, she doesn't represent the majority here. We need to choose better. Yeah. We need someone that will go in and stop these kind of things in the track because it's the lower house. There's a lower house and upper house, and the lower house does all the writing of the bills, and then the upper house does all the finalization and turn them into law. And so it's in the lower house that we really need to work really hard at changing lot of stuff. And they even had an SB bill, what, 265 or something like that, that was talking about how they wanted to ban guns at polling places. And it was very
Well, they
vague.
passed that.
They did?
Yeah, what was it?
I
That was
thought they stopped
HB.
that one.
So, SB is Senate bill and HB is House bill. Let's see. Yeah, and, oh, they wanted to ban the military from the polls, so keep, um,
And police officers and any
and
kind of
all
law
these other.
enforcement.
Yeah, it's just
It's like, what are you thinking?
well, they
Yeah.
they they passed a law. They did pass a law that basically laid off about between 1,000 and 1,500 New Mexicans because there was a federal prison installation down here, that employs, that many people, and they voted to close it so that way because they use a portion of the facility. It's owned by the state, but it's under contract to, the feds, but, a portion of it's been used for ICE detainment, and, so they've got total Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah. So I'm going in there to make a difference. And
Well, it's just the lady comes up and stands up there, they're voting to remove gun rights, and she says, older lady, and she goes, "My daddy served in World War II. Kudos, he's a veteran, right? And after seeing the horrors of war, he decided that he knew how horrible guns were. And he never allowed firearms in his house and would never let any of his sons learn how to shoot because of the horrors of gun violence. And in his memory, I'm voting yes on this bill." And I'm just like, so, oh, it's just, I could not comprehend that. It just lit me up. I was just like, so to remove a fundamental right that's guaranteed in the New Mexico Constitution, the federal Constitution, is because your daddy served in World War II and didn't like guns. That's your justification.
Which, by the
Yeah.
way, that's a
So,
unicorn if I've ever heard of one, so
oh,
I've
that
never
is
seen
like the,
that. Like, what?
yeah,
So she's probably lying about that too. Oh, that's me, my
or she's
opinion.
inflating it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Point.
she's inflating it.
Maybe you'll find out, or not. But it's good to get someone different, someone that's going to have definitely different ideas and concepts and fresh, new ideas, very fresh compared to what they've had in the last 10, 20 years.
Yeah, like, stop
And
stealing their money. That's a pretty fresh idea.
yeah, and take those people to task. Hey, stop stealing our money, and here's the consequence. There we go. So I'm looking forward to getting into this and to I'm learning as I go. I've never did. I'm a hospice chaplain, and nobody else in my district has said that they wanted to do this, and here I am. There's a guy that did it, I think, a year or two ago that ran against her, and I'm the hospice chaplain, putting that aside a little bit. Still gotta work, and I'm gonna be going and taking Jesus with me
Well,
right to the roundhouse.
You'll need them.
not to sound not to sound cliche, but, I have this theory, um, I mean, it's not cliche, but,
What
when
is it then?
God puts things in your path and he opens up doors, and, we'll see how this goes because, this is an interesting door that we never planned on going down, and it kind of fell into our lap. So,
Yeah, and then yeah, you guys are helping me with this because Colin knows a whole lot more about how this stuff kind of runs, and Cody is deep into politics, and I'm into politics, but I'm not that deep as you guys, and it just pushes my buttons, and I'm like, okay, enough is enough. And I found out no one else was running for District 26, and I said, yes, here I am. Use me, send me. Let's go get this done. Let's go win this election. And then, let's go to that, lower house and the roundhouse. There we go.
yeah.
Let's do this.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a basics. It's kinda it's still a unicameral system, so basically they have House, you know, representatives and senators, so it's a
Mhm.
pretty much like, yeah. But it just, I never try to watch the live feeds from especially state politics because it's just an irritate. It just frustrates me to death. I have a hard enough time going to, like, local, like, this town council because some of the gripes are just yeah, anyways, I can't be negative. We're sitting here complaining about some guy's house painted green when we have people defecating in the streets. Yeah, that's the concern that the council needs to worry about. We can't keep people from, stealing everything off the walls, but, that guy's house is green, and that's the cause royale right there. So,
Yeah, and we need more people to stand up and say, "That's enough,"
yeah.
and
Well
get in and be state reps, both the lower house, upper house, and, make a difference.
well,
And then,
the thing
also
that
this thing also needs a lot of people to volunteer their time, or quite a few people to volunteer their time to share what, is going to be new, going to be different. And also, yeah, it's gonna cost, money for a campaign, and so,
yeah, if you
building up
guys,
that kinda stuff too.
yeah, we're gonna need some cash because, um well, yeah, it's gonna cost some money. The thing that sucks is we have, like, no ground game at all. I don't know where we get pamphlets printed. I don't know any of it. We're figuring it all out as we're going along.
No, we have an army. We have a full-on army, okay? What are you talking
Okay.
about, Cody? I like how you're playing it cute.
Cute, okay.
No, we got a whole army of pissed off boomers ready to roll. They just wanted to retire in the desert, and California came to them.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the, baby California. That's what we're
Well, the
becoming.
thing it just you talk to the Democrats because I went and sat in on their I sat in on some of their stuff because you gotta, gotta figure out iron on steel, figure out where you're gonna go, where what their argument is, and, it's like you try to ask them. I'm like, "Well, it didn't work in California, it hasn't worked in Massachusetts, hasn't worked in Illinois, hasn't worked in Oregon, but here is gonna be different? How?"
Do you
You
remember
know?
what EM told us? It's we are literally fighting insanity.
Yes.
And if you need any further proof of that, folks, it's, State of the Union is literally it's all on full display. It's you can't reason with insanity, and
They
they don't
couldn't
want to
even
reason. They don't
stand
want to.
for a guy who flew in and got shot 4 times and was getting a Congressional Medal of Honor, and, they couldn't even stand for that guy. It was just disgusting. It's like,
Didn't even
Right.
stand for
But
the
do you
United
understand
States.
why?
"Oh, I know, it's because they didn't wanna see the support Trump in any way, shape, or form."
Well, it's not even that. Like some of the things were you could, do your, and don't. It's like take the ball away from Trump. Like they didn't. Like if you're politically as smart, you don't give him the win. You just stand and just lie like you always do. But they can't because if they did that, blue Twitter would light them up because their supporters they're terrified of them because you think the representatives are crazy, their people on the ground will literally come to their house
Hmm.
if they think they're a traitor. So they're literally held hostage by people that should be in an insane asylum. And they're scared and they're everywhere. Trust me. I mean, if you've ever been to a protest for Democrats, it is unbelievable the level of demonic activity. It's so insane. They're literally hissing at me. Like I've been they spit at you. They go right, and it's like Clockwork Orange is more relaxing to me than going to a place like that.
Wow.
Yeah. It terrifies me, I would have to say, because they know how to do things. They are, mentally armed to the teeth, and they will do whatever it takes,
Mentally
and
armed.
to the teeth with all
Yeah,
their
they're
I
vicious.
think
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
no,
not well. I don't know, man. A lot of the people I've met that are on that side, if brains were dynamite, they wouldn't have enough power to blow their nose, but, I mean, that doesn't mean they still can't hold a rifle.
rifle, Molotovs.
They're
Yeah.
nuts, dude. They went and set cars on fire at a dealership because, they're trying to get rid of corruption. It's like they literally set the Bernalillo County Republican, uh, headquarters off on fire because they're Republicans, and then they're the ones of, civil distraint and, civil discord. We're the heathens. It's just
this has happened in history before. This is not the first time that we've
I
dealt with
understand.
pretty much well. It's like the French Revolution, but very gay. That's like very gay
They're still French. It was
and
pretty
extra
gay.
insane. Well, dude, not these people are like they're
Well, yeah.
technically insane. I've got. I mean, did you see the counter protests or the counter State of the Unions?
No, I
No one
didn't.
watched it, actually.
I did. I
They
mean,
said it
oh my goodness, it was It was unbelievably crazy.
yeah.
Um, I'll see if I can pull up a clip. It's unbelievable.
If I'm gonna lower my
Wait a minute.
IQ tonight, please don't
Define
play.
unbelievable,
I mean,
or is it
they
gonna show
just
us unbelievable?
I don't even know what to
You're trying to figure out what that
it's,
is.
I I mean, this was a lot even for me. Like, I was like, because 'cause I'm used to a lot of this. I'm like, "Wow, you guys are leveling up, like, in your absurdity." Hang on, and
Are you trying to find it? Did they
yeah, give me a
dump it
minute
from the
here.
internet?
Yeah, let me see if I can this is gonna take me a minute, but it's worth it. Just talk
Okay.
about something else.
Talks amongst yourselves. Talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I watched the State of the Union address. I didn't watch the other one, and yeah, they wouldn't even stand up for anything. That kid that they gave the honorary or whatever it's called
Secret
for the
Service?
Secret
Yeah,
Service, yeah. That blew up on the internet saying that he died the next or that day or the next day, and I was like, "What?" It's like, why would
passed
you even
away.
do that? That's just but he didn't.
He didn't die?
No.
That kid's oh,
Yeah, the kid didn't die. That's what, my research said. Yeah, he's still
oh.
alive. And I was like, "What's going on? That is crazy stuff." And then Trump, said, "Hey, if you are for Americans." Yeah, he
Ye
did a lot of, asking for people to
Oh,
stand
he
for different
backed him
things.
right into a corner when he did that one. That was calculated, dude. It was like yeah, I
Yeah.
was watching that. I'm
Is
sitting
he
there,
writing his speeches or someone else writing his speeches? Because these are just
No,
off the chain.
it's a team. Stephen Miller's a big guy behind it. There's a couple other guys that have been around, but Stephen Miller is like the brain trust of this whole Hamiltonian move of no, Stephen Miller's and like he's like you know how they take young kids at a young age and train them to be warriors in Sparta or what, or we call them child
Yeah.
soldiers today, but whatever. But so he's basically been a child soldier for political warfare. Like he's been raised in this is like his dream was to he this is all he ever thought about his entire life. So he's an animal. I found it. Let's see.
Dude,
"Oh,
we
you
should
found
have
it?"
him come on the podcast and have him come be a part of the, Zimmerman for New Mexico.
Yeah, I'll see if I can make that happen. I'm sure he's not busy.
Yeah, yeah, frogs.
Oh. I c that was funny.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
he went there.
Here, watch this. This is it.
There's frog people hats up there.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
yeah, they
deep
have
into
frog
this.
hats. Yeah. We'll talk about the frogs. Hang on.
Kept
All
you in
right.
jail.
Yeah. So good luck, Corey.
Yeah.
Have fun with that. Like,
Uh,
because it's not like that was hosted by the DNC. There were
was?
yes, the congressman.
You're kidding, right?
No, no, dead serious. Like a bunch of congressmen that what do you call it? They boycotted the thing. A bunch of them went to this. There were like 20 of them there, 20, 30 of them there, but it was like it was official DNC stuff.
They probably dropped a couple of grand or $1 million on that too. Just think about it.
I mean, yeah, probably maybe 100 or two, three. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But I mean, money's no
Yeah,
object to these people. They just throw it around. But no, I mean, we're dealing with insanity. When I say insanity, I'm not being like, oh, they're crazy. No, they're insane. They've gone insane and they're not coming back. Like that's what
they
really kind
can't.
of freaks me out is like how bad and how crazy can they get? I don't
Well, yeah,
think
Well,
there's
we'll
well,
see.
I don't think there's I don't think we'll ever know because this is just going to keep going on and on and on. I don't think this will burn out. Not for like this is
They're
like
outdoing themselves.
yeah, are they going to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not a I'll put my furry costume away now and get a job." Like it's not going to happen. They're gonna go I mean, this is where you get, like, left-wing, like, crazy people willing to go shoot people and do crazy stuff. I mean, there's no shortage of them out there. They're all nihilists, like, they'll just like, a lot of them dream about being a martyr. Like, that's, like, a real thing. So, yeah, lock your doors, maybe get a security camera or something, like, especially once you get time for the general, but who knows? I don't know how I mean, I suspect Albuquerque's pretty nuts like this, probably. I just have a
mm.
feeling there's just something in the name Albuquerque. I
Hey, it was in the Roadrunner,
It was
that
also
old
in Breaking
cartoon.
Bad,
Yep.
but
Wildy
Give me the
Cody and
blue
the
and no one
Roadrunner.
gets hurt.
anyway, um, yeah, no, anyway, the whole thing was unbelievable to me. I watched it, like, twice, and then the after it just it's unbelievable. And did you see and Abigail Steinberger, the CIA agent, she did, like, the official counter speech to Trump's speech, and that's, like, I kinda wanna put you through that a little bit just to get it but it's I mean, just
The
imagine,
Virginia
like
governor is the one that gave the
yeah.
official
Yeah, she gave, like, the
yeah.
official DNC counter statement, and, and the way she gave it, it's like she's a high school debate club kid, and that's like top of her class, like she's really good, but she literally gives her resume and then says a whole lot of nothing with certain delivery. I'm like, it's all literally, it's the same style they teach you in high school debate, which sucks. Over. Well, I don't know. I don't want to speak. High schoolers are probably better, but the kids I knew, they were like they just kind of spoke in circles and ran the clock out, and they got points for it.
Hmm.
Like I
Is
don't
that
like.
where, I wonder if that's where, was it, Harris figured that out? Just keep talking. Say nothing, but keep talking.
That blew my wife's mind when I sat her like, this was back when we were dating, and we sat down and, I turned on the news to just, like, and I flipped through the channels, and I'm like, "Okay, let's listen to these guys." Okay, I listened to then I'm like, "Okay, what did they just say?" And she's like, "I don't know. They said nothing." It's correct. They said nothing. Well done. They said absolutely nothing, except, like, maybe it was like, "This is a bad thing." Like, that you could have just said that instead of wasting 30 minutes or 10, 50, it's
Yeah.
so don't worry about the debate part. They have nothing to talk about
Dude,
besides
on a
emotional
side
arguments.
on a side note, one of the guy who, I have to change the topic because my I have a headache because just thinking anyways, the guy that got the old man that was 106 and got the Congressional Medal of Honor, have you read about him?
No.
Yeah, the Korean pilot.
You ever watch that scene out of Top Gun when, Viper is going off about, they were in a place they weren't supposed to be, doing things they weren't supposed to be doing, all that speech he gives
Yeah.
there? That speech was inspired by this guy.
He did that?
That's what he did. He fought off he was 7 on 1 and fought a 35-minute air-to-air combat battle during the Korean War against the Soviets and knocked
And he
down
won.
4 and knocked down 4 of them, and he had so many bullet holes, he didn't know if he could make it back.
267 bullet holes.
That's a lot.
And there was 2 of them
And he
when
was
they
shot,
started.
and he got shot, like, shot
Yeah.
up bad, and like, his body did, so it wasn't just his plane. So, yeah, that dude was
Yeah, the story of that old man is nuts. He was a World War II ace. He was in, like, the Navy for, like, 37 years. He didn't get
37.
Yeah, he didn't get out till, like, the early '80s.
I mean, after you
Yeah,
go through stuff like that, nothing else is gonna do it, you know? You're just gonna
yeah,
He aged out.
yeah,
That's
pretty
probably what
much.
happened. He just
yeah.
aged out and he was like, "I can do more. Come on. Put me in the pot. Put me in the cockpit. I can do it." Yeah. That's someone on a different level right there.
Well, and then what's interesting is, one of the counselors that, they do telehealth kinda thing, she lives at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and she knows the pilot that got the Congressional Medal of Honor. She was telling me about that guy. That was pretty interesting to hear a firsthand account of his rehab and all that other stuff. He's actually stationed in Kentucky, right there next to Tennessee, and, yeah, well, she actually lives in Clarksville, but, if you know the geography, it's miles apart from, yeah, Fort Campbell, but anyways, like, he literally, like, that dude flew in, got shot up on his way in by anti-aircraft fire, took 4 shots into his leg, landed the helicopter, did his thing, went into stationary hover, landed again, picked the guys up, took them back, got back to the helicopter deck on the, out there in the ocean and passed out from blood loss. Flew the helicopter all the way back and landed on
No,
the
when
carrier.
when when he landed in the courtyard, he literally spun it around from where they were getting shot at, like this, and flipped it around so the guys in the back could shoot the guys that were shooting at him. Like, it's a Chinook, like, coming in, woo, and then spins around and just like
Well, he had the 2 side gunners. They had the 2. Yeah, I mean, what she was telling was a lot more, and I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if she was supposed to be telling me all that stuff, but,
Yeah, let's keep her name out of it just in
yeah, she
case.
was telling me about some of the stuff they were relaying to her and it was like, "Jesus Christ. Oh my god." The dude and all that pain. refused to take, painkillers and stuff, and so that way he could fly out, and it's like, he earned that
Yeah.
medal. He earned it pretty good.
There was several guys that got Medal of Honors, right?
2, 2,
There
I
were
think,
2,
was
there were 2, 100-year-old guys, and then that guy, helicopter guy, and then that looks like friggin' Captain America. Like, it's, like, ridiculous. I'm like,
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
man,
freaking clone, get out of here.
it
You're a clone. You're not real.
if you
That's not
if
real.
Ken if Ken could be a pilot, right? You know, Ken Doll,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
So one of the things that's interesting about how what people are going to be studying that speech, I think, for a while, because that was more of a that was more of a theater, like that was like a show that was put on, right? And I don't think it's ever he kind of did that. I mean, he kind of does this, but never like this. He utilized the gallery, weaponized the whole thing. He had the whole thing set up. A like his contract, whenever he told like something great they did, he always brought in like, somebody like an American citizen to come and be like, hey, this person's gone through this, here's their story. And then honored them and always pointed back to them, and then flips on the Democrats. It's like, shame on you, you dirty rotten commies. And got them, and they didn't know what to do. Their fate. Did you watch? Which feed did you guys watch?
I
Did
couldn't see their faces at all,
Okay, yeah,
except
so
for
you
the
were on
one
the
guy who
wrong
was like,
dude. Yeah, I love that guy who was, like, crying. He was like,
I don't know what he
mm."
was doing.
Like, what is it was so fun.
So
Whoever the
there was
guy
1 Purple Heart and 2 Medal of Honors given.
That's
1
right, the
Purple
Purple
Heart.
Heart was for the National Guard guy that got shot in the head
1 Purple Heart and 2
in
Medal of
DC.
Honors. Yeah.
So what view did you get
Oh, I watched
So
of those
Louder with
people?
Crowder. I watched
for
Louder with Crowder.
Yeah, so he would have
That's
had the good feeds where you would have seen all the faces, but whoever that camera guy was, like, give him the Medal of Honor. That was incredible. Like, that dude
yeah,
was on it.
following, like, Omar, yeah.
I think that was Forbes, actually. That was Forbes in there.
No
I think
way.
that was his I think that I mean, it was Forbes' feed that people were jacking into for that, so I think so. Um,
Well, when they went after the guy from Arizona, the look on that guy's face, it's just like that astronaut dude, what's I can't remember his name,
Mark
but
Kelly.
oh, yeah, that dude
Yeah.
was so pissed.
No, they were oh my god, it was so funny. It was well deserved. That was very cathartic for a lot of people to
Oh, and the
watch
way
that.
they treated the gold, was it the gold medal winners, the hockey team?
That was so funny.
Oh, they were it was so bad.
So
Did you watch
funny.
that game?
No.
Oh, yeah, my wife is
Oh,
I
totally
did
into
hear it was
hockey.
awesome. I mean, it
yeah.
sounded
So
like it was incredible.
Oh,
my
dude, it
wife was
was
like, "Hey, we're gonna get up at 6 a.m. and we're gonna watch this game." I was like, "Are you sure?" Because she's not really a morning person. And sure enough, 6 a.m. the TV's on, and my eyes are like, "Oh, that's bright." And then it starts getting going. I text Cody, "Hey, are you watching this game? This is amazing." And he goes, "My wife is." oh. It was a nail biter
I
through the
was
whole thing.
watching it on my, we were at breakfast, I was watching the whole thing on my phone because I had Peacock on my phone, so,
Oh, that goalie for America
oh, dude, when he got that puck from the back and smacked it with the back of the
is
stick, it was
stick.
like,
Yeah,
"What
and
the
then it went
hell?"
right off. It was like they only got 1 past him.
Well, not like the
Canada had a
Canadians,
ton, shots at him.
40s I think they made 47 attempts, and in the United States only made, like 20. I mean, that goalie was working his butt
Oh,
off, dude. It was,
yeah,
that was a good game, man.
yeah, and when they interviewed him at the end, he was like, "Yeah, uh-huh." It's kinda like my son. It's like you can't get any real answer from the guy.
It's just sports guys. They don't know. Like, they're really good at what they do. They can't really talk or read too well.
No.
So,
Oh, the guy with that, I think he made the last goal or the first goal, and he got hit by a hockey stick, and you saw that. Oh my
Dude,
goodness,
he chipped this
is
tooth and, like,
missing.
He
He's
missed
missing a
the
couple of teeth, and
yeah,
he
and he's got
goes
blood all over his face, and he's holding the American flag. I'm like,
he's like, "This
"Yeah!"
is the best day of my life." I was like, "America,
What was
yeah."
funny is that so Angelica watches all this hockey stuff, which I've really started to get into it because it's really a man's sport. I'm telling you, dude, the violence on that is just impressive. You know, it's like, I really got into it when they were having the four nations thing last year, and they were booing the Americans, and the American guy goes skating by the Canadians. It's on, and they
No,
like,
no, no. So last year,
dude,
this is what really happened. They did the anthem of both the Canadian and the American, right? So that when you watch the games, they do that, all that kind of stuff, and everybody was respectful of the Canadian, and then the Canadians disrespected the American flag and
they were
everything,
booing.
and so they couldn't get this game started. They would drop the puck, and gloves went down, and they were just going at it,
Eat the crap out.
one after another after through the whole thing. America lost on the, goals, completely lost, but they came back and they beat those guys as hard as they could and took them down. When they get down to the ice, they stop it. The refs cut it off. But as long as they're up off the ice on their skates, they will just nail each other.
The
And
thing
that
that
was
was
just a
fun,
brutal game.
that guy, I can't remember his name, they did that commercial,
Which
the
guy?
guy off of Landman, and you know, he was the main boss on Landman. He goes in, he goes, "So how are you feeling about fighting the Canadians? Oh, let's go give our neighbors a hug and stuff." And these guys are sitting around going, "Nah." He goes, "Oh, but they're our neighbors, and the Canadians are nice people. There's history." It's like that was a great
I
commercial,
haven't seen
man.
that. Yet there was Trump honoring them, at the address and stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, they deserve it.
Well,
They
do you
did well.
do you know why? I mean, a part of the reason is, again, that was he just grabbed. So the midterms are coming, so he just grabbed, like, multiple demographics, so he just got all the sports bros, like, hyped over that, like, and that don't understand anything about politics, so that it
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the whole thing was genius. It was really amazing. It was so well planned out and choreographed, and the Democrats did exactly what they
Here,
planned on them doing. It was
let's see if
amazing.
this goes through. See if you guys can watch this.
We'll be able
It
to
was all
watch.
over Facebook and all the other, platforms, them winning and stuff. It was amazing. Oh,
The commercial. Here, can you hear it?
No.
Can you hear it?
no.
No, we can't hear anything on your computer. You know what I
Nope,
think?
still can't hear
I
it.
think the problem is you actually need headphones because then it'll bypass, like, the
Oh,
audio
here,
will s
Corey, or one of you guys type in, here, I'll tell you what to type in. We gotta watch this Olympic hockey
I
commercial.
got it.
That's all I
Yeah.
put in.
Okay.
Colin's got it. Look at that. He's always got it.
That is the best
Yeah,
commercial.
yeah. And then there was a posting that an eagle landed on top of the Canadian flag. And they're like, "Yeah." It's like, that's gotta be AI'd or something. I don't think that's real. It
Did
was
you s
cool.
Okay.
That was a great commercial, man. No,
Yeah.
no, Canadian Tears. I think they brought it. That was a oh, man, that was a and it was a game worth watching. And then, like, watching up to that when Canada was I think it was the Czechs, when they were playing against, the Czechs and they almost lost. I was like, "Oh, oh." My wife is really into hockey. I've never really been into sports. I just other than auto racing, even that I have a hard time following, but what was this? Oh, this is
Yeah, there's a whole thing of them making Trump anime, um,
Yeah,
AI shorts that are incredible. Like,
yeah.
they're so
When did
fun.
that pop out? I started
Ooh,
seeing it this week.
This year, like, earlier this year, it's been basically since the election. I mean, real no, before the election. Elon did, like, a thing when he kinda joined forces that kinda put it over, and then it yeah, no, I mean, he's the most memeable human being to ever walk the face of the planet. Like, it's not even close. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, he is. The orange man. Everybody knows him.
Tangerine Man. That needs to be remixed. That's a summer banger right there.
There you go.
Hey there,
Oh, here, I got
Tangerine
one
Man.
for you to see.
2026.
I gotta bring this up. You gotta see this one. This one is
You're
funny.
gonna send it to Colin
You're gonna send it
so
to
we
me
can
and then I'll
actually
put
see
it
it and hear it.
Okay.
Just what is
Yeah.
it? Tell me real quick.
Let me see.
Anyway.
But yeah,
Here,
those
he's
things
coming
have been
across
popping
through
out pretty
your
hard.
text message.
Yeah, and I've been seeing a lot of those lately.
Did you
I'm
see
like,
the
wow.
one with him and Shizo
No, I didn't.
or Shinzo? This is so or Trump, like Studio Ghibli.
No, I don't.
It's
My kids
the
probably would.
it's the one that did Princess Mononoke. It's an anime studio, but it's like older, classier. I don't know. There's like a bunch. I feel but it's stuff that us as kids knew growing up, like in my generation. It was pretty well known. Let me see.
Is that Neo Tokyo kind of
Yeah,
vibe
like
or
yeah, exactly, like a Ghost in the Shell kind of thing. But
yeah,
that's not.
yeah.
But Studio Ghibli is a very oh, dude, this is on Instagram. How am I gonna? Okay,
Yeah, people are probably like, "How'd you know about that?"
here. This is the best I can
Here,
do,
here. I'll show you at least a video.
dude.
Is was that
Your
a
memes
Canadian
suck.
goose?
Your memes suck, Cody. I don't like them. Yeah,
Here.
yeah. You could just play the clip. It's good enough.
No. That's messed up. Half Canadian.
Dude.
That is messed
All
Oh.
up.
right, sorry. Since we're
They're
sharing,
trolling them pretty hard.
Well, since
Oh,
we're
what's
just
this
having
one?
fun, we'll keep this a short thing tonight. Oh my god.
Where'd this come from? Yeah. I have never seen that.
That's not even. Oh, sorry, I messed up.
It's not even the best one?
That's not even the one. This is it, and then I'll be done after this. I promise. This is 1
Oh,
minute.
yeah, you said that before.
This is 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm also a
Now
liar,
you're having
so
fun.
you know.
Oh, Racer.
Oh my god.
No way.
Okay, I'm done. Sorry. I mean, there's hundreds. There's so many.
Toto or something like that.
And just
That
in
last
Trump anime genre, there's hundreds. Don't get me started on everything. Oh, the frogs.
Dude, have you
By the
so
way,
did you hear
I should send that to my kids, and they should send them off to other people because they would eat that up
Dude, did you hear
or
the
not.
blunder, thinking of, like, stupid things people have said, like, basically, Gavin Newsom went out and said that he was poor like a black person and dumb.
yeah, he said he couldn't read.
"I can't read, and I'm just like you, I can't read, and I got an SAT score of 940," or whatever he said.
It was a little bad, and now he's in a flame war with Sean Hannity and Cruz on Twitter. It's funny.
But here, I got to show
They're
you
just
this one.
calling each other racist. It's
This
very.
is great, you gotta see this too. This is great.
Here, I'll do it, Cody.
No, it's just a
Oh,
meme.
okay, all right, yeah,
Uh
yeah, yeah. He's like
That
saying
is so
Sean
messed up.
Hannity is an ableist for making fun of people with disabilities. He literally said that. He tweeted that out. He's like, "You're making fun of people because of their disabilities." Okay, Sean. It's a cartoon, man. Don't take it too seriously. Is what I tell myself.
Oh, here we go. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to you gotta see this one.
Is it a video or is it?
It's a video, I have to send it to Colin.
If it's
Yeah.
on Instagram, I can't do it. I don't have an Instagram account.
What?
Hey, you want mine?
No.
Corey, can you show Instagram on your thing? Oh.
Good answer. So the frogs and the thing.
Yeah.
So okay, this goes back into not early internet, well, basically internet 2.0 lore when
Look at this. The Shaft song playing.
So the lore of the frogs.
so the lore of the frog. So you've heard of Kek, Kek. So Kek is the god of chaos, and he's often denoted in Egyptian mythology as a frog. So the internet early on, like on when you had like 4chan and like those message boards. That was kind of the Wild West back then. That's when the discovery of memes started, was from those message boards. Like people were making their own memes and stuff. So the god of so Kek, the frog, you've seen it. It's like considered to be a white nationalist symbol, that smiling frog. Oh,
It
come
is?
on. Are you
I'm
serious? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm not even trying to pull your tail. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Okay, this isn't.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it went
I had to
it's
look it up.
everywhere. Okay, like it was it still is a thing. And basically it was like, well, we understand, like, because on the message boards, people were getting into conspiracy theories, like about the CIA, about how we're all being like run, like, how the media is all lying, how we're basically the whole population's under mind control. They're cloning and raping children. There's global sex trafficking cults all over the place, and they run our governments.
I
Yeah, and
think
on
that
and
was
on and on.
more true than they wanna admit.
No, it is true. I'm just saying, like, this is back before that was okay to say in polite society. Now you tell people there's a world government, they go, "And?" But back then, it was like, I'm talking about, like, less than 10 years ago, like, 8 years ago. Like, people would
Okay.
have, like, looked at you weird, like, no, and a lot of people still do, they don't understand, but they're more open to hearing you out. They're like, "Okay, tell me more about this world government. What do you what say?" Anyway, so the frog Kek, like, it's come full circle. They manifested Kek, the god of chaos, and that's like when the Democrats, they're now like all wearing frog hats. It's like, hooray, we did it, and they're falling apart. And it's like the god of chaos has arrived. He has manifested. So
That connects.
yeah, yeah. So it was like I don't know if it was organic. I don't think it was, but it definitely, if it was like an intelligence run psyop, it was really good. It still is. Like, yeah, I mean, here, I'm just gonna scroll through it real quick. Like, it's yeah, like Elon, no, like Elon does it. Like, it's like a very well known thing. Like Joe Allen, I know him. I had him come and speak for us. Like, it's Tom Luongo.
What?
I mean, no, this is like a whole thing. It's
Yeah.
so anyway.
How long do you guys wanna go tonight? Do we wanna
Well,
Well, it was fun
I got one on nuclear reactors.
with Keg,
No, this is different. This goes
one
into
on
our last
nuclear
conversation,
reactors.
Cody, about the nature of energy and this kind of little.
Hold on, before you do that, I have to show this meme if you do that, okay? Just give me 1 second here. Alright, here
I
we
think
go.
you're too old to mean, Cody. I'm sorry. It's not. It's just not. It's not landing. Yeah,
Okay.
dude. I mean, see, that's like you got like uncle humor. Like, that's pretty. Like, you got like like old man knee slapping humor, which is great. I love it.
Hey,
Maybe.
you're not
Kinda,
far
sort of.
behind there, Scooter, so don't be making anything up now.
I don't know. I feel like my generation is going to be leaps and bounds. I don't know. My kids are pretty funny. Every generation thinks they'll be the fun. I don't know. My generation is really fun. I think we'll be pretty funny because we
Well,
lived
hopefully
through the most absurd time to be alive in our formative years. It was just, we went through the school system. It's like in its latest iterations. We went through Trump. We went through like just insanity. Like, our whole life
We
has
went
been
to
insane.
being locked out outside, and you had to go figure out how to entertain yourself,
Some of my
for 8,
earliest
9 hours
memories
and
are about 9/11. Like, that's my life. Like,
oh,
like, that's my, that's my uh, anyway, here.
yeah,
Um,
kinda pathetic, but okay.
it's pretty, it ain't boring.
I don't
My
know.
early Alright, let's do the nuclear thing real quick, and then we'll keep it short tonight.
Yeah, I heard about that flight.
So, this has been a theory, going on for a while. Joseph Farrell is one of the guys I really like, and, we talked about him with Colonel Towner. Uncle John, he talks about Uncle John all the time, Trump, right? Uncle
Mhm.
John, he was a great guy. He worked on the Manhattan Project. He ran MIT. He was like their top physicist for a while. He was the last guy to get his hands on record that we know of, on Tesla's files that are currently under lock and key. No one can see him. He was he went in to go look at one of Tesla's devices because they couldn't figure out what it was, and he basically said it was like a I don't really remember exactly what he said, but it was like a tuning some anyway, it was something to do with frequency, obviously. But point is, if Trump is let's say he talked to his uncle a lot and he was very close to him, which he was, and he always like, "Oh, Donald, if you only knew the power of nuclear energy." And like this technology is like almost 70 years old, 60, like nuclear reactors, I mean, out there.
Yeah.
At least when they roll it out. So now they just loaded one up on the back of a plane, and that's like supposed to, like, and we've been hearing talk of all these mini nuclear reactors. No one is asking the question of how these things even work, and we probably not aren't allowed to know. So I've had a problem.
Well, I can officiate your funeral once, you find out.
No, I think I mean I have a
Right?
I mean I think Farrell was onto something when he was talking about what the Nazis were up to in their remember, Colonel Towner was talking about the Bell? So that, I believe, was an early, fusion reactor, very early,
Okay.
not fission, fusion. And fusion is about creating a containment environment that basically, um, it's not so much a reaction, it's more of containing, like, basically a small star, a small, um 0 point of energy. It's what you see in Iron Man's suit. It's the exact same it looks the exact same thing. It's a toroidal thing, like, I mean, we can go and look at I'm not we're not going to, but we you could go look up, pictures of fusion reactors they're working on now. They've been working on it for 20, 30 years, and it's never gonna be built, yada, yada. It's that toroidal donut shape containment chamber, and, it's a type of it seems that our technology stopped advancing significantly, like, about then, 60s, 60, 70 years ago. Like, yeah, we have the internet, we have, global surveillance, telecoms, all that stuff, but it's not and the speed of information is almost instantaneous at this point. Processing powers off the charts. But when it comes to like agriculture, industry, um, power, things that increase quality of life and the ability for humans to be more flourishing, we've really just kind of went off that tech tree and went on to surveillance, control grid tech tree. So there's
Hmm.
like two ways of looking at physics, and it's kind of a spiritual perspective. One is you look at the universe and you see scarcity. You just see a
Yeah.
black void, and we got little, there's a limited amount of resources available for us. So, and then you look at the universe and you see nothing but pure abundance flowing out of what looks like nowhere. And it's like, well, how could we tap into that? But in order to tap into abundance, you need to have a sustainable life cycle for humans because
Yeah.
that kind of technology would get us, I mean, the kind of stuff that they supposedly have, like if they really have antimatter, that and they've contained it, which they've written news articles about this in Science Magazine that they have isolated antimatter, that would blow up arguably half the solar system.
Hmm.
Just that,
Hmm.
what they have.
Hey, that's kinda cool. That means, in a moment, in a flash, the whole solar system goes up.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean, thank God for God keeping these psychopaths in
There we
check.
go.
Thank
But
God for God. Okay.
I suspect, like, this whole thing would try like, we were gonna see the theory was, okay, if this is real, we're gonna start seeing rollout of secret advanced energy technology in Trump's second term. Golden Dome, this, like, and then he's, like, getting all these data centers set up, and they're gonna have their own power generation, or if they tap into the grid, they'll pay the difference or whatever. Um Yeah, I don't like the data center AI guys, but I understand to a degree why, like, it's kind of almost like it's gonna happen, unfortunately. But, anyway, I did before that got lost into the ether, I just wanted to put that on the record, make you guys aware of it, because that's a really big deal to me that happened. In many
Yeah.
ways, that's bigger than the State of the Union.
Could you imagine if that was in every major city, powering the whole city and all that kinda stuff?
That thing is
Would it drive down price?
he said 2 megawatts out of that thing right there, that little thing,
Mhm.
megawatts. It's yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yeah, no, it's yeah, and then but think about how that changes the dynamics on, the globe. If we just went full nuclear, then oil stops being so important. It still is important. Like you need it for shipping,
But it's important.
but
Everything, all the products have oil.
yeah,
It's an oil
but if you
base.
had, like, massive cargo ships and you had these guys on there, like, I mean, the aircraft this is what the aircraft carriers have on them. This is what the subs have, these mini nuclear reactors that, like, no one ever thought about how do they have a nuclear reactor on these subs and these aircraft? Like, how does that work? Because it's kind of like people just kind of remember the movies, like, I don't there's, like, a Soviet sub movie and everyone goes in the reactor and dies, and it's like it's just like a rod, and it just that's all,
Mhm.
you know, and it's
A glowing rod.
yeah, it's and then it's like, okay, like, maybe that's how the early ones worked, something like that, and it let off, like, a very small amount of electricity that was continuous that you could operate silently underwater, which that's kind of how it worked, but those aircraft carriers, they need a lot of wattage coming out to run those turbines and everything else on top of it. So, the point is they've had this stuff for a very long time, obviously, and now we're in a rollout phase of, like, a whole new this is gonna be like what the this is gonna make the industrial revolution, agricultural revolution look like a footnote compared to what this potentially could do.
So the Trump class is probably gonna have one of those or several of those on there.
Maybe. I don't know. It kind of is a cost thing because I'm sure
Wouldn't that be kind of a yeah,
they're still expensive to
yeah.
make, and it's kind of there's kind of a limited there's kind of a return because we're not gonna be off oil anytime like, that's still gonna be
No.
around. But they're saying they're gonna have these things operational, meaning they're already ready to go, and they're loading them up, and they can transport the whole thing in a C-130 or C-17.
Us.
C-17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's it's kind of like, okay, wow,
No more rail.
yeah. Um,
So they can get things there, lickety split, up and going.
yeah, I mean, we're really good at flying things anyway, I think we're about to see more stuff like that roll out over the next year, like, that are they're gonna start they're gonna start giving us a framework for how we're gonna live our lives in this new brave world because it's the job apocalypse, I think, is very real. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll see. Anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah.
If you guys wanna
No, that's pretty cool, man.
I mean, I
Good
could go
follow up.
off on this, but I don't, it sounds like you guys are
Well,
done for the night.
Imagine if you get your hands on one of those things and, make the other, electric companies and stuff like that run for their money. That'd be, start a whole new, electric company.
That's kind of the point. I mean, think about how the world political system has been built. It's all about roots and resources, where you get your energy, who controls the choke points. I mean, the Ukrainians just blew up the pipeline from Russia that goes and feeds into Slovakia and Hungary. Did you see that?
Mhm.
Just blew it up.
Yeah.
And they're like the PMs and the in NATO are like all going, ha ha ha, we got you, ha ha ha. It's like literally bragging that they just blew up the pipeline that's like the sole energy provider for Hungary and Slovakia for their like the main one. So they're just attacking NATO countries openly now.
mm,
It's like, okay, well, so
interesting.
And then
This is what
Zelensky
World
wants
War III looks like. Is stuff like this.
yeah. Zelensky's probably like, yeah, but we want peace with you, United States. We want peace with you. Yeah, but we're gonna blow all these things up, and
Well,
we're
I
gonna do
think what
more.
they're trying
It,
to do is really get they're trying to get NATO involved.
no, no,
They
no.
keep poking the bear.
Look, you got to understand Ukraine is a paramilitary force of NATO. It's all it's not a real sovereign nation at all. Literally the Maidan coup in 2014. You have Victoria Nuland there, who's Secretary of State, John Kerry, M- McCain, all running around congratulating the freedom fighters on a job well done. They are like we ran them. Like that they are a proxy for America, NATO, the Anglo-American establishment writ large or City of London or Colonel Watkins calls it the syndicate or globalists or whatever these Eurocentric or as EM calls them, the Praetorians. So this parasite class that moves between nation states and creates a supra nation state. Um, Kissinger wrote a book called he named it the super the super elite, I think, something like that, or his aide wrote it. And basically, the whole book. The title's wrong. It's called the super something. But basically, it outlines how there's a separate class of people that don't have the same rules as you or me. Fly around. They're citizens of the world. They got like 10 passports. They multiple bank accounts. Money's not a thing to these people. It's access. And as long as you have access, you get the little card that buys you anything you want. As long as you play your role in said system.
Yeah.
And it's yeah. So that's all coming to an end because everyone, I think China, Russia, us, ARC, we've decided to expel them from our system finally. And then we're going to build a wall around Europe and they're going to all eat each other. So,
So
um,
if you want to see Europe, do it now.
I
I've heard
guess
Europe's getting really bad though,
it's been
with
pretty
all the
bad.
migrant problems and stuff over there.
Yeah.
You can still go places, but it's still like, but yeah, I mean, like I got mugged twice funny enough, by Russians while I was in Germany. But yeah, they just
Mm.
sit around and like there's no cops really running around anywhere. It's actually a pretty high trust society because everyone in Germany follows the rules. Like it's like you're kind of like it's not in their consciousness to break rules. It's very strange. Like I didn't meet anybody that's like look like somebody that could be a problem. It's like they're all slick tear, very like, good morning, and they wait their turn before crossing the street. If the sign says don't cross, they don't, just follow the speed limit. They go under the speed limit. I mean, it's really across the board. They're all like that. It's very strange.
Hmm.
And you ask them like, well,
I would like
what do
to go
you
check
think?
that out.
It's very soulless. It's beautiful, but the people are just like, ugh. I met a few fun people. The Germans are not fun. Germans suck.
Do you think that has something to do with them killing all the funny people? Or ever wonder that?
No.
Hmm. Yeah.
Something happened. I don't know because they're not a very fun, warm people. I mean, I don't know, they're warm, they're nice, but they're like, you can't make any kind of jokes about anything. Or you can, but they'll be like, "Ha, ha, ha, ha." Like, they're very yeah, I don't wanna go back. I had enough of that.
Okay.
I hung out with the Irish. I
You
made
can
Were you
always
ever
the
sober?
Irish were my best friends. With the Irish?
Were you guys ever sober?
Ish.
They can drink.
well, I like what Jack was it Lewis Black was saying about he thought, he gotten so depressed and he was having a lot of trouble with stuff. So he thought that since the Irish were perpetually drunk, they'd have a really good detox program. So he went over to Ireland to see what they had, and the thing he found out well there is that it wasn't that he had a drinking was drinking too much. It wasn't he was drinking not enough. So,
Yeah.
that's quite a statement.
Yeah.
They actually aren't as big a drunks as you'd think. That was like it's I was actually kinda surprised. They don't really it's not it's you're imagining the stereotype, and it's like, I wish it was true, but it was kinda disappointing. There were a few they were like,
My kids loved Ireland. They
yeah,
had a great time there.
yeah. The Ro
They didn't like the fish and chips.
yeah.
Yeah, of course, they don't like fish at all, except for catching them and then throwing them back.
The Romanians were
Catch and
fun. I like
release.
the Romanians. They're like
Mm.
anyone close to the gypsies. I like those people. They're a good time.
Yeah. Well, as long as you
Right
have
on.
glitter dress and, you're doing good, man.
What do you think a
Have you ever
gypsy
what?
is?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I watched some of those TV shows, My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding with my
No.
wife, and,
It's
That's
Greek.
Greek, dumbass.
no, the gypsies are there was a gypsy wedding show or something,
Oh,
and
actually, I think you're right. There was.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, the gypsies are I don't like actual gypsies. They're actually not cool, but Romanians were fun. Yeah,
I don't know, I don't
gypsies are like pikeys. Like, they're just they just don't they're not good people, like, overall. I'm sure there's some of them, but the ones that wanna be pikeys are just they're literal thieves. They'll steal anything. Like, I didn't know this, but, like, in Nebraska, a bunch of them migrated to Nebraska, and they still cause problems down there.
Cause problems in Nebraska?
Yeah, they're like it's like
Hmm.
a known thing. It's like, oh, the friggin' Pikeys came in and shoplifted all this crap out of my it's like a thing.
I've never met him.
It's have you ever seen Snatched? It's with,
Oh, yeah.
Brad Pitt. And he's like, "How's what happened to her, eh? Here's what
Go
happened."
on, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. They talk like that, and they're just kind of they're
it's a
just
great
they're
Guy Ritchie movie, man. That's a really great
I
Guy
love that,
Ritchie
yeah,
movie.
it's a good movie.
It's right up there with Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That's pretty good too.
Oh, Stock I mean, I would Snatch is so much is I think better. I did like that. That was good too. The Gentleman was
Was
okay.
mm, yeah,
I didn't mind it. I like Guy Ritchie movies though. They're good.
that's where they got that whole thing. The Germans are coming for us, are they? The German.
So,
And when you
Colonel go ahead.
I like it when, that's where my fascination with Desert Eagles came from, was watching that movie. When he goes, "So your gun says fake on it, mine says Desert Eagle .50."
Yeah. This ties into this is a real quick shout out from, the Colonel Towner guy. Anyway, you can watch the whole thing, but she got shout out on Tucker, so that I thought that was because
Well,
I
the,
That's a
listen
big deal.
thinking of her, man, when they said that when she said she was being shadow banned, I kinda, like, rolled my eyes a little bit, but,
no, she absolutely is. You have to look
oh,
for
dude.
her.
Well, no, I mean, you can look at, like, the
Analytics.
our analytics on that show was insane. It should have done so much better with the amount of information and all that stuff, and, you look at the analytics, and it is just nuts how, like, it just wouldn't take off, and it's never like that at all. Um, it's just crazy how that worked.
It
Well, I
it's
don't
because
know.
I mean, there's more to that story, but when you understand it all, it's like it's kind of revelation of the method for how these people have operated, and creating the basically our modern day history has been done through systems like this. All these hot spots or problems that you hear about, even that boat that got blown up in Cuba. Do you know, you heard about that? There was a shootout a mile off of
Which
Cuba
one?
just a few days ago, yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago.
No, I
Yesterday
didn't hear it.
evening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So a boat, 10 guys, got stopped by Cuban, patrols,
Coast Guard or
Coast
whatever they
Guard.
call it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, it's just been released that they were in contact with U.S. Coast Guard and they constantly talk to each other. So it's not nothing out of the it's not weird for them to interface with the Cuban Coast Guard. It's fairly normal. So they were tracking that vessel. It was coming in. It was a mile off. The captain goes, "Hey," or the of the Cubans goes, "Hey, like identify yourself." And then the Cubans say they opened fired on him, and so they shot. I think all of them 6 died, 4 died, 6 are wounded. They're in Cuba right now. But the Cubans released that they had with them bayonets, uh, uh, Molotov cocktails, um, obviously weapons, guns, pistols, night vision goggles, which is kind of interesting because that's not like a cheap bit of equipment to have with you. Um, And, so it's kind of all the makings, like, that's kind of what you would see in, like, a quick fire team that's, like, running in to go do some Operation Chaos stuff. And they all
yeah.
had but the weird thing is they had patches on their arm that identified them as, there's, like, this group of Cubans and operate out of Florida that are, like, kind of the dregs of the, oh, what was it? Pigs oh god, what's wrong with it?
Bay of
Bay of
Pigs?
Pigs operation, what did they call them? The Cuban Contras, basically, that they were trying to send in, that the CIA was running out of that station that we did that show on, that ran the biggest navy in the Caribbean for a while out of Miami,
Mm,
University of Miami, um, and it was a CIA station. Um, they it's like that's a good example because I guarantee you that's the same kind of thing or the same element of Operation Gladio. Like those guys might have been trying to go in to go cause something or do something. The weird thing was they were off the coast in the middle of the day wearing
Yeah,
patches with
why would you be
weapons. Like so
huh,
this is like either this may be a psyop or something else or something that went astray or who knows, but
Was Alan Dulles, charge of this one again?
so Dulles is the one that originally set it all up. Yeah.
Yep, yep. So that's what I said.
son of
Did
a
he come
bitch?
back to life? He's not dead.
I can't tell if you guys are
No,
seriously asking
still running.
questions or not.
Still
So
running it.
it's
You like that though, right?
no, no, I don't like unserious questions that resulted in the deaths of millions. No, it's not funny to me,
Yeah.
Corey.
Oh, yeah?
No, no, I know it's fine. Um,
I'm glad you don't think that's
But it
funny
seems
though,
like
Colin. I was
but
worried.
it seems like it's the parallel of what he did with the Bay of Pigs.
it's classic British tactics, and well, really, Rome of pitting groups of people together, artificially creating like crises out of nowhere, manufacturing crises to give cover for political action at home, abroad, whatever. That's really to me what the CIA or what these cutout groups
Shadow
do.
CIA.
Yeah, the shadow CIA or whatever these guys do. That seems to be their core function. Even the Benghazi thing, like that place was hit, that embassy, because they were running weapons out of there to the opposite group.
Yeah,
That was declassified. So it's like so
Yep, that came
that's
out.
Gladio. That's Gladio tactics. Like it's not that it's Operation Gladio per se. It's just Gladio is a catch-all term just so people that understand what Gladio is know what we're talking about. That's all.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all. Didn't have anywhere else to go with that.
Colin's done.
No, I'm not
well,
done.
no,
If you just wanna keep going, that's fine. It's
Yeah, I'm about done.
I'm about spent
Yeah.
too, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm good ending it there. I don't really have anything
All that
too much
laughing
more.
really took it out of me earlier.
Did I break you with the gay frogs?
That was just, oh my lord.
Broke your brain?
My mind couldn't. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, you guys made it this far, so in the sense of humor of, what we have and all the things that we brought up, and, thank you for watching, and we're still waiting for how many, Cody, for the, um, what is
Oh
that,
yeah, on the Patreon,
Patreon?
we're up to we're up to 5 paid subscribers. So we need 5 more paid subscribers, and then we're gonna do the shirt giveaway. Um, so we're almost there. We're halfway. So we'd like to give a shirt away. Um, so
And then Colin is still doing the Colin's Corner.
is Colin's corner working out, Colin?
This is my corner
No one's
right
talking.
here.
Yeah, no one's reaching out to you, no one's talking to you.
I don't know.
Well,
To be
he never
honest with
put
you, like,
anything up.
dude, I'm not like, I don't have time for this. Like, I have time to do this at night, like, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm working 7 days a week this week, so
If it was important to you, you'd make time.
that's
That's
true.
yeah, it is.
That should tell you a lot. So look, best I can do is I can research or go along specific lines of thought or questions if people have them. Give me something to focus in on. I can do that fairly quickly. That's not hard.
Well, I
I
got
can
something for
Yeah.
you to focus in on. Give us
Oh,
some more
no.
information about what you were talking tonight. I thought that was really interesting. I'm just burnt out since I've been up since 4:30 this morning.
the energy thing?
Yeah, I want to do more about the energy stuff. Put some links up there, and then so we can, get more knowledge about it.
That almost requires a slideshow, how complicated that is, because it's
But we
very
have a platform that you could put a sideshow on.
no, I know. I'm just saying that that'll take me a couple weeks to put together at least. But
Well,
I'd
just
like
as it
to.
comes
That
Yeah.
out,
sounds fun.
yeah, that's what we need to do. I think it's very interesting. So, and then you can have that as a research for the information. So, good to go, man. That's what I'm trying to get you to do is I'd like to put all the source docs up there for people so they can instead of writing me, asking me, and I have to point them your way and you're busy, you know. So,
Cool. All right.
but that's what we were trying to get you to do there, brother. Give us the source. Br- Show us the power.
It's all in the FBI files that got released or with the in the UFO stuff or in the disclosure stuff when they had those
I
hearings in Tesla. Like they officially, I mean, it's been on record before, but the FBI stuff, but yeah, that his uncle did all those things. And that's
Yeah,
why
well,
that's really what got me interested in this with Glenn, because I bet you he knew something about all this. And in the beginning of his book, he pretty much kind of says so. Like that our modern day physics is complete nonsense.
so
So,
and Corey and Colin's gonna be working on his slideshow, so you guys can all go and, eventually see that on the Colin's Corner on the Patreon, and then we'll be talking about it more, and if you have any questions, go ahead and write in on the Patreon, and we'll start, bringing them to light.
Yeah.
and any guest recommendations.
Well, we need to get that we got I got some ideas. Yeah, I'll talk to you about that off air, but, so, all right, guys, if you got this far, we really appreciate it. The links to our apparel store and our Patreon is all down in the notes. If you want to help us out, definitely do it. And the link to Corey's, you know, if you're in his district, you can sign his stuff. His link will be in the description as well. So go and sign the
Yep.
what is that?
Candidate petition.
The petition for Corey. Give Corey some love. So, all right, guys. See you next week.
Good night.